not too long ago, I watched a mastermind by someone, I don't remember who it was, and I stumbled upon that because I actually wanted to see if there was any like cheat code or wormhole towards success and towards accomplishing your goals. And I stumbled upon something that was really, really interesting, and it was self-image. I'd previously learned about this and read about this online earlier, but now I actually stumbled upon it just about I think it was a month ago or something like that. That person spoke about self-image and the impact that has on your life. And what was really, really interesting here was that person said, you can't actually improve yourself. You need to become the person who is worthy of acquiring the thing that you want to. So for example, you can't actually become better at, let's say, like playing football, for example. You can't actually become better at that, but you can become the kind of person who deserves to be better, and then you improve. Like, for example, have you recently felt that self-improvement has been a bit harder than usual, and feel like you are swimming upstream, or like you're driving in the wrong direction? And what you're doing wrong here is that you have the wrong self-image, and you don't see yourself the way that you're supposed to if you want to make change and if you want to cause that. So we change our own self-identity. It's like changing the way of the stream. So for example, you feel like you're swimming upstreams and it's so hard to actually make any progress, and you're just constantly feeling pain, and it's very, very hard. So what we can do is we can change the direction of the stream, but the goal is like on the same side as you. So you're swimming with the stream. So for example, you're being pulled in the direction that you're actually going in. And this is also a very, very great way to build momentum, which I've spoken about in a video earlier about how you can gain momentum and how to actually make self-improvement easier. So to make self-improvement easier, we need to gain momentum. And to gain momentum, we can change our own self-image, because that correlates to where we are right now and at where we will end up in the future as well. So now I've actually discussed the importance of self-image. And a lot of times I haven't actually had the best self-image. I haven't seen myself as the person that I need to, because we all have periods of our lives and we all have times where we aren't as productive, where we aren't as disciplined as we used to be. And that is totally fine. As long as we admit that to ourselves, then we can actually start making progress. So that is very, very important to understand before you move any further. So this is how we improve our own self-image. We do that through something that is called visualizations. Visualizations are something that you do when you close your eyes, you play the mental movie of you accomplishing the thing that you want to. And we're specifically looking for a feeling here. So for example, how would it feel when you accomplished your goal? How would that feel? Try to just grasp that feeling and just get that sensation in your body. And when you've done that, you can actually start just progressing, because you always kind of get the same feeling in your body. I always get it in my gut, and I get a smile on my face, and I feel like I'm confident, and I'm actually, I don't know how to explain that, but I feel so much better when I'm actually visualized. And do this in the morning. Do this every single morning, because then you can carry that on for the rest of the day, and you've actually done that in the morning, so you've actually built up momentum and you got a positive feeling and starting your day off great. So do this in the morning and play the mental movie of you accomplishing the thing that you want to. And what's really, really interesting here is that we can move another step further. So for example, after like 10 days or I don't know, 14 days, it will take some time, but when you've done that consistently, you can almost meditate on that feeling. I don't even know how to explain this well, but you will get what I'm saying if you actually do this. So you can start meditating on the feeling of like accomplishing your goal. And when you do that, that almost has the same impact as visualizing. So for example, let's say that you're commuting home from school and you don't really feel that great, and you actually want to gain some momentum again and you want to feel better. You can just turn that on and just remind yourself that, yeah, I actually have this feeling that I can turn on right now, and then you do that. So that is how you change your self-image, because you see yourself as the person you want to be. Here are 2 more quick tips. So what you can do is to change a bit of yourself to actually signal to your own brain and to your mind that you will cause change. So for example, what you can do is you can change the way you clothe, you can change your haircut, I don't even know. You can change how your room looks like. This is extremely important because you've signaled to your brain. A lot of people do this. They trim their hair and they bust their hair to actually remind themselves that now I'm actually turning page and I'm beginning a new chapter of my life. And you can do that if you really, really want to cause change rapidly fast. So another thing that you can do is just remind yourself of the things that you've been through in the past to get you where you're at today, because you've actually had some things that have been pretty hard and pretty uncomfortable. Maybe you've had a hard upbringing or you've had a hard time recently. Just remind yourself that you've actually gotten through that and you've gotten out stronger. And that is very, very valuable, because that will actually help you gain momentum, because you just feel great about yourself because you've actually accomplished things. And remind yourself of that, because that will actually positively impact the thing that you want, and that is the self-image thing, because you're just pulling yourself in the right way, and then you are being moved with that. But we don't want to go the other way around, because it works the other way around as well. Because if you see yourself as the person who you were, then it will be a lot harder to actually, because it's like a rubber band, you're pulling it and you're pulling, and then you snap back, and then you snap back, and then you do that all and over and over and over again. And then that is how you can end up in a rut. So change your self-image, and that is how you change your life, because you can't actually make progress. You can only become the kind of person who deserves the reward that you actually want to. So I really hope that you got some value out of this video, and you can subscribe if you haven't already done that, and see you in the next one.